Hell yeah, guys. What is happening? The Capitalist here with GameReplays.org, bringing you another totally awesome VOD. This time it's going to be a game from the Newegg Wanfest tournament, sponsored by a whole bunch of guys. You got Roseville, LG, Radeon, WD, Antec, ABS, and of course, Kingston Technology. This is going to be round 2, TDM versus A41 in its best of one game. But with me today, first for all that nonsense, with me today is my good friend Insane Rabbi. Rabbi, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good, sir. Pretty good. Excited. This will be our first tournament game cast that you and I have done in quite some time. So it's not going to be those educational, somewhat lazy casts, but instead this one should be a full force. Oh, I got tied up in my headphone cord. There it goes. All right. Full force cast with all of the action brought to you by the super energetic Mr. Capitalist.
Full force cast! I like that. Alright, so we better get over our normal, verbal diarrhea that we go through with every cast and go straight to the bans and picks because we're already behind. Alright, so we got first pick and ban went to A41. Looks like they got a ringer over there. I was like, who's F-Pod? Anyway, so they banned the Magnus, followed up by Parasite, Kraken, and Silhouette. So those were their 4 bans, and then TDM countering with their bans of Plague Rider, Ophelia, Torturer, and Polywog Priest. Polywog Priest just getting a lot of attention lately, and it's seemingly out of nowhere. I have yet to see any big games with Polywog Priest in it. What do you think about the ban so far, Rabbi?
I can't stand how much attention Poly's getting these days. But as for the bans, I mean, they seem pretty normal, I guess. Magnus is also something I don't think is necessarily bannable. But overall, pretty standard bans. Let's go actually right into the picks, though. First pick coming out for A41 was Hellbringer. Followed up 1-2 for TDM was Nymphora and Tundra. 2-3 for the Hellborn team was Valkyrie and Demented Shaman. 3-4 for Legion was Glacius and Pebbles. Now we do come over here to a 4-5. Oh, I saw Warbeast, but then they chose Tempest. I was about to get excited. So that would be a Drunken Master and Tempest pickup. And then back over to the final pick for TDM, who are definitely the favorites in this, but do not count A41 out. We don't know necessarily who they are, but that sometimes works in your advantage. TDM known for playing certain heroes that have been banned this game, whereas A41, they can come out with anything such as a Drunken Master strategy that maybe TDM's not necessarily prepared for. So it'll be interesting to see what their 5th pick is. They expect the Tempest to go in jungle here because you expect the Demented Shaman and Drunken Master to lane, Valkyrie to take a solo, same as Hellbringer, therefore Tempest going in a jungle instead of soloing the long lane. And, just taking care of that. And TDM elects to go with Legionnaire, which I believe was run... What was the team that ran Legionnaire 2 or 3 times? I want to say it was Complexity, but I could be wrong on that. Do you remember, Cap?
Yeah, probably. I know Complexity likes their Legionnaire. I know at least one of the guys from Complexity, and he's a big Legionnaire fan. But that could be just his pub hero. But it's something very interesting to me. TDM picking up 1-2 Nymphora Tundra. Tundra has been another hero. Tundra and Nymphora, both heroes that have sort of been picked a lot quite recently. A lot of scrims going on, a lot of people going Tundra, and Tundra starts getting banned or picked up early on. And same goes with Nymphora. Just the ganking power of Nymphora teleports is just so annoying that people just been picking her left and right, and sometimes even banning her. But with the recent nerfs to Hellbringer, actually over time he's been nerfed a little bit and a little bit and a little bit more. What do you think about a Hellbringer first pick?
Situational. With what was left on the board, I could understand it. If you just need something that's all-around malleable, can solo, can support, does good damage, nice stun that does go through Shrunken Head, so heroes like Tempest that'll farm Portal Key and Shrunken Head, it'll still take out their ult, given they picked up Tempest later, but I don't mind it that much, but I think that the nerf stick has hit him really hard. They needed to either nerf Death Boil or nerf Life Void, not both. But the fact that Life Void caps out at 25% and starts at 10%, that's weak. And that his Boil now does 40 damage less at pretty much all levels. Is it? No, it's 25, 30, 35, 40 damage less.
Right.
40 damage less times 4 enemies. That's 160 damage nerf to a nuke. That's, I don't know. Not a fan. But, again, he's all around solid. And he has good anti-carry potential, which a lot of people forget. That first skill of his is minus 60%, not just move speed, but attack speed as well. Given nobody on the Legion team is necessarily built as an attack-oriented carry, the closest thing to have is Legionnaire, who's based on his spins, and Tundra when he gets a quick Puzzle Box 3. For those of you that don't believe Puzzle Box 3 can carry, trust me, at 25 minutes, it can. Nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Overall, Hellbringer's a fine solo, Valk's a good solo, Tempest, awesome jungler, D-Sham, Drunken Master, solid lane, but over here on this Legion team, we have a lot of mana regeneration and a lot of gank potential.
Now, with these lanes, what do you think about these lanes? It looks like they're completely abandoning top, so you're going to have a free-farming Hellbringer, which isn't too big of a deal, but also you're going to have a Tempest in the jungle. There's just no real pressure from a Tempest. He's not going to get ganked at all. He's going to be getting free farm. Hellbringer's going to be getting free farm. And meanwhile, you're going to have 2 heroes in 2 lanes and a jungler of Legionnaire. What do you think about it? That it seems a really, really cautious move, and they're going up against Drunken Master, a hero in my mind that can out-carry all of the heroes on the Legion team.
I don't like non-solo Tundra. It's viable, but it does put him behind quite a bit. And if you are going to lane him with someone, Glacius is definitely the hero you want to lane him with. The reason why you almost have to duel up mid, though, is due to the fact that D-Sham against any melee is going to be tough, especially one that's expected to farm as much as Tundra is. D-Sham can heal those creeps if Tundra gets caught in a bad position. Drunken Master as well with a stun can stun Tundra back into the creeps, then pop the heal from D-Sham, and he's going to take a lot of pressure. Even bringing Glacius mid, probably not going to do it for you. I still favor this lane to Demented Shaman and Drunken Master. As long as they don't overplay right there, D-Sham taking a lot of damage from the Glacius. Bit of a misstep right there. For instance, Tundra pulls the creeps like that. If D-Sham heals on it or Drunken Master goes in for the stun, you're looking at a huge amount of damage coming out. Nevertheless, by doing this, you assure yourself bottom lane control. Pebbles is getting the free farm, and Four is just forcing the Valkyrie out. You do have a jungle, same as your opponents. And then Hellbringer's getting a full free farm. Who's going to be more active earlier? I'm going to go ahead and say that Pebbles is with that free farm. Oh, actually, we do see the heal bomb coming out, and there you go, Tundra. Level 1 heal bomb plus a couple auto attacks. He just lost about 350 health to that. So, big plays coming out of this A41 team so far, doing a lot of work on the Tundra. But the question is, oh, look at this. An excellent... Oh, I thought Glacius was going for the rune. Never mind. Rune is bottom. It is invis. But he left to go do something, and then, but I don't, maybe NM4 is going to go ahead and pick it up, potentially ganking mid. That's actually going to be a better call than Glacius going over and taking it. Not only is NM4 not necessarily needed right now, because Valkyrie has been forced out of lane, but you can then triple up mid here and get a good, oh, but Tundra's not level 3. Oh, he just dinged 3. Perfect. The boar is out, ready to go. NM4 is going to have the stun. Same with Glacius. Ice comes out. The stun's going to come out from NM4. Where is the boar? Oh, it's already on D-Sham. They're going to try and chase him down right now. And I don't know if Drunken's going to be able to do this. And the axe has come out from Tundra. He is going to get first blood. Now the question is, are they going to get Drunken Master without Tundra dying here? Tundra, nice flask. Another stun comes out, and it's going to be a double kill for TDM in the mid lane. Well done and excellently timed. The fact that Tundra dinged 3 right there, or at least waiting for Tundra to ding 3 before going for that kill. Perfect decision. Excellent play overall.
Yeah, just a really great play by TKO, just going into the jungle, getting off the health potion, and that's the sort of plays that TDM needs to be making in order to, while they're sacrificing top, they need to be making big plays in the middle and at bottom. Now, you were talking about looking at it, looks like Hellbringer has now switched up the lanes because Valkyrie has been forced out. I think that's a really smart play. Valkyrie really needs to get that farm, and a free farm top, if anybody is going to take it, it really should be Valkyrie. Hellbringer, he's going to benefit from it, but just a Valkyrie is going to have so much more. Now, I was thinking about it, looking at it, they were forcing Valkyrie out of lane. It was pretty much a forfeit lane for a forfeit lane. Valkyrie was pretty much doing nothing at bottom. And I was actually just about to say something about, since the fact that Pebbles he's level 5, he's able to basically put a huge amount of damage on any hero that comes to bottom lane. Should somebody be going top now and trying to get a little bit of experience, since it was a level 1 Valkyrie, now in level 3 already with their free farm? Should they be trying to take on that top lane now that they've given Pebbles a little bit of farm, or do you think they should just keep the way they are with guarding both bottom and middle lanes?
I think
they're very safe.
I think they're fine to just keep things the way they are. Either would work. What I think needs to happen is Hellbringer needs to avoid bottom lane completely. Well, I guess he's in range now of the creeps, but they need to do a better job down here of pulling the wave back, which it looks as though the Legionnaire just did. So let me eat my words right there. They are taking care of that. Nevertheless, I would say if nothing can stand in the bottom for the Hellborn, Legion team can't come top. So you send everybody, leave your 2 mid, you have your hard jungler and Tempest, have somebody else stack, pull, do what they can. For instance, right here, just keep stacking and pulling the creep you see on my screen. I know you can't see it, Cap, but you know which one I'm thinking about. And nice heal bomb there, doing some damage to both Glacius and Tundra in the mid. So leave your 2 there, have someone stack and pull, and have Tempest rotate on the other 3 camps, and that way you get quite a bit of farm out of just doing that. You can abandon a lane and still almost keep up as though you had someone, farming at an average rate in that lane. Hellbringer putting some harassment on an Nymphora, but that's really not going to do a whole lot. The only problem here is Nymphora is the type of hero that also needs levels, especially that level 6 if you plan on ganking as often as this Legion team. I would assume they'd want to gank. Oh, another nice heal bomb. Action bottom. Sorry I missed that, guys. Nymphora Pebbles picking off that Hellbringer. And that's why I figured the Hellbringer just was not a smart play to have him come bottom. Stay top. Do lots of stacks. Do lots of pulls. Like right here, what Tempest is doing should not be done. You need to stack this camp over and over. You need to pull it along with the other one as well. Have the person in lane constantly auto-attacking and pushing forwards so that way the tower... Oh, action mid. Don't want to miss it. That way you get maybe 1 creep wave every 3, but by auto-attacking constantly, you keep the lane kind of pushed back here to there, to here to there, and I know you can't see what I'm doing, Cap, but again, you kind of know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I just think, why have someone sit here on bottom and do nothing when you could have 2 people in the jungle doing something? And that's maybe an amateur mistake that the A41 team... They're not well versed in a situation like this. They never had a team completely sacrifice a lane in order to absurdly control the mid and the bottom. Given I gave the lane advantage to D-Sham and Drunken, and I still think they're winning, not winning it per se, but the fact that Nymphora had to gank it shows you that they had mid controlled. Just a really heads up play by TDM realizing that and having that Nymphora gank with the Invis rune at 2 minutes.
Right, now looking at the Tempest, looks like he's already saving up his gold. He has 1,400 gold. He's actually pushing the lane, which I think is a really smart play. It's a free farming lane. Might as well push it and try and get some tower damage in, and maybe eventually be able to take a tower if TDM just refuses to go top and get some extra gold in. But what do you think about a fast Peaky on Tempest, given the fact that the Legion side seems pretty well prepared to stop any sort of Tempest ulti, especially considering the nature of TDM, a very well experienced professional team that isn't going to be making silly mistakes.
I strongly disagree with a quick portal key. Strongly disagree with it in this situation and in most situations. On top of it, take a look at the skill build. You plan on pushing towers, but you have your stun maxed over your elementals. Skill builds, item builds, those can determine games, and we've discussed this in cast before, and nothing is a bigger pet peeve of mine than watching a hero try and push when he doesn't max his push spell, but instead of ganking spell for a lane that they've completely abandoned. It's just a massive mistake, and it's completely wasteful. You would have pushed that tower maybe a minute earlier with that first set of creeps that you had if you had level 3 creeps. On top of that, max the creeps because this is going to be a farm game. Your job is to take this late game where your Drunken Master is unkillable, where your Valkyrie is unkillable. The moment in time that A41 has the advantage is 60 minutes in. Everything you should be doing is geared towards surviving till that 60 minute. Get Helm of the Black Legions, get Mystic Vestments, get a Bulwark defensively for that Legionnaire, get everything you can to survive the ganks that you know are going to be coming from this TDM team, because after 45 minutes, when heroes are sitting there at level probably 16 to 20, that's a bit high, but we'll say it's 60 minutes when heroes are all going to be sitting around that 18 to 20, 22, 23 range. And look at this, Tundra going in mid, on a Demented Shaman, force come in, too little, too late. Drunken, I don't really know what he was doing right there, but the slow on Tundra, if Hellbringer can get it, nope, not going to happen. And just a really nice play in mid. Glacius is maxing his aura, and nice stun right there from him, doing a little bit of harassment to the Drunken Master. For instance, why does Master have a Chalice? He's sitting at max mana. He can't really get up to them. A Ring of Health into a Helm of the Black Legion would be far more effective at just surviving. And the Chalice, if you want to have aggressive capabilities, that's fine, but you have the slow from the Boar, slow from Glacius, stun from Glacius, and when Tundra hits 6, a stun from him. You're not going to be killing anything, so you need to be focused on surviving for farming there, and that Chalice doesn't allow you to do that. So item choice, skill builds, a lot of issues I see with A41 here so far, and TDM's going to take advantage of it. Now, we do have the portal key on Tempest right here. He's got to make some sort of use of it. TDM sees him over here, though. They're sitting ready to counter, and Legionnaire actually level 8. Wow, excellent farm coming out from him. I assumed Nymphora was stacking for him. I didn't get too much of a chance to see or even talk about that type of a situation, but something I do like, Nymphora now coming up to the top lane for TDM, getting those levels that I had said earlier she is somewhat reliant on.
Right. Once it looks like, A41 pushing a little bit too much, there's free experience. Oh, action in mid. Looked like they're going down. Nice Tempest ulti. Getting in the kill, but Pebbles coming in with his PK, which he just picked up. Popping heroes left and right. They're coming in on the Drunken Master. He's going to go down for sure. Cape actually on him. He might be able to get out. They're trying to take him down. TDM going to back up. Knows that it's a bad idea. Valkyrie throwing the arrow, trying to get way too crazy there. Trying to suicide into Pebbles, and D-Sham trying to come in to save him. He's in trouble now. But it looks like the TDM team is going to back up. They picked up 2 kills for a single kill off of Pebbles. Actually, I think they got a kill on someone else, Glacius, right. But that was all in exchange for the first PK ultimate from Tempest. I think that went really well for TDM, just splitting a 2 for 2. And on top of that, Legionnaire picking up some more kills. They're going to have their blinks very, very soon. By 20 minutes, everybody who needs a blink should be able to have a blink with the way TDM is farming right now. And I actually bottom Sender picking up a kill onto that Hellbringer. Nice gank by Nymphora and Glacius. I'm rather surprised that they were able to put out that damage, considering how gimped they should be for having to put 2 in each lane and completely abandoning top. But like you said, they're pushing in top. Nymphora very smartly went top, got in that extra experience. I mean, I'm just really surprised at the way that TDM has been able to maximize the amount of gold and experience that they have, which they are actually in the lead. They completely abandoned top lane, and they are really in the lead. Action in middle. Tundra going in on the big play by Pebbles, tossing in the D-Sham and getting a double stun on both of them. Hellbringer going to go down as well. TDM just cleaning up in middle. 4 people taking down 3 people in middle. Great job by TDM. It looks like they're going to clean up a tower on top of all that team gold that they just earned from a great team fight.
And again, the onslaught of ganks are incoming. That's just what's going to happen. Here we go. The Boar coming out for Tundra on top here. Tempest, use that stun, get away. Use your micro. He actually micros the minions to kill the Boar. You should have been on Tundra the whole time, because you got to kind of expect Tundra to have another set of the Boar come up. That Boar ate 500 HP. Tundra only survived with 375. They were... Arrow didn't see what that hit. I think it hit the bird. I think if he would have just targeted Tundra with the minions, which he could have done, he might have actually gotten out of there alive. But, oh well. Good gank by Tundra, realizing that his cooldowns were set, so even if that Boar does die, another one can be summoned shortly. Pause of the game is coming out. Back to my point that I was going to talk about, and looks as though... Who is it that timed out? I think
it's the Tempest.
Now the question is, was that a rage quit? He pull his plug? No.
Dude, check out the Tundra's items. I like it. That is awesome.
Yeah. That's
hero who has Hawk, is able to see up in those cliffs, has an eye already at 12 minutes in. In 12 minutes, he picked up an eye, and now they're going to be able to roam through. They're going to roam through, getting ganks in, knowing that they're going to be able to win these team fights and any sort of ganks that they come across. They're going to take down wards. A41 is going to be completely blind and incredibly scared. They're going to be nowhere that they can really feel safe to farm from now on.
They're blind against a Max Glacius aura, a Nymphora porting around both Tundra and Pebbles. Not and, either or, at individual times. But the amount of ganks that TDM are about to throw at A41 is absurd. And items like Chalice that sacrifice HP for mana is the last thing you need against an overly aggressive ganking team. So it's things like that that A41 needs to kind of understand at the picking stage, like, okay, as Drunken Master, my job is to get as much HP and magic resistance as possible early. For Hellbringer, as I said, that Hellbringer getting the free farm top versus the Pebbles getting the free farm bottom, Pebbles is going to activate a lot faster than the Hellbringer will be able to take control of the game. And it shows. Given Hellbringer swapped up, they gave some of the farm to Valk top. But what can Valk do? She's a squishy hero just like anybody else. And electing to go Ghost Marchers here, the power supply I like, and the Ring of the Teacher is fine. Ghost Marchers, yes, the move speed is nice to have, but if that was me, I would have gone Steam Boots with a power supply, probably with a couple bracers, and if I can skip the bracers, go straight for the Ogre Axe. I forget what it's called, Mighty Blade, I believe. And Pebbles, just that bird of Shiver is so strong. DSham actually caping. The Hellbringer ult comes out. DSham, if he get another heal off, nope, not going to happen. Deathboil does come out, and Tundra's going to be porting back to the Fountain. And it looks as though Tempo's porting in with a stun. Heal Bomb coming out from Nymphora. Pebbles is fine here. Even though Drunken's going to throw the stun out, Tempest is done for. I mean, this is not looking good for A41 whatsoever. And the toss comes out. Nice mana onto the Pebbles, realizing that Pebbles is not going to take any hero damage for quite some time. Another heal comes out, and this is not looking good for A41. They tried to come in and support top, but the bird, the map hawk, so to speak, is just so strong coming out from Tundra. And it was a good team play to have the hawk up there and then have that Pebbles blink in, do his job. But back to the point I was making, Pebbles is going to activate faster than Hellbringer, and he'll be able to take over the game. And here we go. Stun. Is the toss coming out? Nope. Arrow's actually going to go. Stun's going to chain from Drunken Master. Nuke comes out. Heal, you got a stun, Drunken! There it is. And Tempest blinking in with a stun on Nymphora, but notice the support in Nymphora. And, oh, the stun hits again. Tempest got into line of sight, so that was kind of funny right there. Quick note, the Tempest stun will not stun again if you get out of line of sight of Tempest. So, trying to finish my point if the action would die down. Pebbles just all over the map doing work. Hellbringer's got an ult that he can give, and maybe some damage in the form of a death boil, but it's just not enough. Having that Pebbles, look at this. Tundra's just going to walk into this Hellbringer right here, do work, and that's game. Drunken Master Chalice is going to try and get the stun off. Boom, goes back. Valk needs to nuke or arrow. So it was an excellent counter gank right there. They did trade 1 for 1, and that's not going to be in favor of the Tundra. Plus, where's the gem?
Picked up by the Valkyrie now.
Nice. So,
which is exactly, A41 should really take this opportunity and not let the Drunken Master get ganked by Nymphora.
Wait a second.
Codex.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What's
goodness.
Nymphora's gold a minute? 252. 15-minute Codex. That's funny. And it's a good item, too. A lot of people think it's... Oh, bad toss. And T-Pebs. Pebs right there trying to toss back to the Nymphora. Anybody that thinks Codex is a joke item, it's actually not. When your opponents are all squishy, which 4 of their 5 heroes are, and you're running around ganking over and over, it's a good burst of 400 magic damage all the way up to 900... 800? 800 magic damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. So...
And it's even better if you can get it at 15 minutes when everybody's squishy. Even Drunken Master is still squishy at that point.
Right. We have an average HP is about 750, and that's including Drunken. The average HP is about 700 right now for a lot of the A41 people. The arrow does come out, the boil, and Axe is going to kill all of them. This is pretty brutal. Stun comes out from both Nymphora and Pebbles, and that's a genocide. Nope, Drunken's alive. I didn't see that.
It'll be a genocide real soon.
Yep, and we're going to have the taunt right now. Drunken Master does turn around. Stun should come out from Nymphora. Toss can come out from Pebbles in just a little bit. And he doesn't even use it. So, 22-6, the GPM and experience leads have got to be grotesquely in favor of TDM. And I attribute this partially to that 2-minute gank on, or by Nymphora on mid lane. That set the mid lane back quite a bit. But just picking so many squishies is rough. I mean, Hellbringer early is squishy. He's technically not squishy with Death Boil. Or not Death Boil, with Life Void. Valkyrie you can build her tanky, but then she doesn't do enough damage. Drunken is obviously tanky. Tempest, not tanky. D-Sham, kind of tanky, but not really. Again, you just got to keep their items down, and with aggressive gank lineup such as TDM has, if you're the Hellborn team, you have to build bracers, you have to build power supplies, you have to get Mystic Vestments, you have to do anything you can to survive, and they just didn't do it. Tundra, does he have TP boots and ported to his Hawk? Yeah. Hellborn ult, or Hellbringer ult coming out, Nymphora getting stunned from Drunken Master, and I believe Pebbles tried to toss? I think he tried to toss Drunken Master, but Drunken had his ult on. And it looks as though it was a 1-for-1 trade here, Nymphora for the Tempest, but with that bird up there, Tempest. Oh, look at this. Stunning back Tundra is the Drunken Master. I'm curious to see if Drunken is going to be able to catch him. The arrow comes out. I heard it. Not going to hit. And Drunken is not going to be able to catch him. And look at this. Valkyrie actually ulting right here. Hellbringer doing some work. And are they going to be able to kill those Pebbles? I don't know. You don't have one on a dot. So you got to keep hitting him so he doesn't blink. Uh-oh. Boom. Valk. You got to see that coming, boss. They just got to keep hitting this Pebbles. And nice stun. D-Sham cape. Heal! Heal for the bomb! Heal for the bomb! Get him! Yeah. That's what I like to see. Not too one-sided of a game. But this whole time, Legionnaire was just creep advancing, pushing bottom. And he may die to tower? No. He's going to blink back. I would have blinked forward into the creeps, but that's because I'm baller sauce. And, of course, I have 20/20 hindsight.
Excellent. There was another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. The Drunken Master, I know you were already harping on him about Chalice, but on top of that, going immediately to Souls against a total nuke-tastic team.
Yeah.
You're going to an item that doesn't give you any magic armor and doesn't give you any health at all.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
When I said that you need a Souls, I meant for that to come in around the 30-minute mark after you have your survivability items, and that would, of course, be to counter the potential Souls that Axe will, or Legionnaire, excuse me, will pick up, because you kind of expect him to have it, and he does have it, and he has it on plus. Whoa, there, wait. Yeah, he has it on defensive. I would put it on offensive if I was him, but whatevs. Maybe he just hasn't changed it yet. And I know he was trying to tank the tower, so it should be on defensive when he was taking that bottom tower. The game is not going well when a solo Glacius can tank a tower and push your mid by himself. Now, given he is going to get killed here, but Axe is actually going to come in and save him. Glacius may not even go down. There it is. But the Souls, a lot of things this game are. Oh, nice toss, poor man's portal key, as some would call it, and it is true. I remember my first ever competitive game, true story, it was like 6.48 in Dota, which is where everybody gets Blinks, and Tiny, and Sven, which is Pebbles, and Hammerstorm are really big. And that was back, oh, Blink, man it up! Oh, GTFO. He's going to get slowed? Nope, no slow, but Pebbles going to man up into the Hellbringer, and the heal comes out just a little bit too late. So we were pushing, right? And we got caught overextending, so we're all running, and their Pebbles tossed their Sven at me, and mid-air, Sven's hammer came out, so it was literally like Thor flying through the air, throwing a hammer and stunning me. It was the greatest thing I had ever seen. To this day, that is one of my favorite Dota stories, and Codex kill coming out from Nymphora. Big ulti coming out from Tempest, but it gets slowed. Stopped, not slowed, what am I saying? And, yeah. They're just too tanky on the other team now. And Tundra just has the Helm of Black Legion. Legionnaire doing work. And it's kind of pointless. No need to really cast a whole lot of what's going on right now. I give A41 credit for sticking through this and trying to pull it back. But I mean, I don't even have the individual numbers on how much EXP and gold they're ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that TDM is at least double the gold and experience of their opponents. Probably triple on the gold.
Right, now, we'll go into some hypothetical stuff since this game is clearly over. I would say it was pretty obvious that skill really won this game. TDM is obviously much more skilled than their opponents. You know, A41 did, pulled off some nice counter ganks and had some nice positioning here and there, but, other than that, TDM was just able to stomp them all over the place. teams with equal experience in the same lineup, who would you give the advantage to? What do you think about TDM's lineup and abandoning the top lane? Do you think against a stronger, more professional team that is able to stand up against TDM? Do you think this strategy would still work?
I don't think a stronger, like a professional team would pick the way that A41 picked. They picked 4 squishies into an obvious, ridiculous burst gank team. You need a beefy carry besides Drunken Master. You need like a Corrupted Disciple. You need, believe it or not, people are going to thrash me for this, but something like an Armadon against a team like that. Like, what was the pick? Or Armadon, even Malakin, and in this case you get Helma Black Legion and a Mystic Vestments on him, and because they're going to burn him down to like 30%, guess what? That just means he attacks faster and lifesteals through it. You need heroes that put out more damage over time after surviving the burst. Slither would have been fine. But whatever it was, you needed something. And then your item choices were just so bad on A41, nothing against them. But again, I don't really see a stronger team going with that set of picks. A stronger team with that set of picks, I still think would have lost, because when you run Burst versus Glass Cannons, Burst is going to win. Valk is a glass cannon. She is mobile, but against a blinking Legionnaire, against Tundra Ult, against just so many forms of initiation and burst, you can't. The mobility becomes pointless, and I just felt that A41 was outpicked and outplayed, even with a little bit of unlucky aspects coming into the game, with the 2-minute rune being invis bottom. That didn't lose them the game, but it definitely didn't help either.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Sorry, it was a short game, short and sweet. TDM taking out A41 in the round 2 of the Newegg WANFest tournament. We'll be casting more of these games, so be sure to stay tuned in with us. We'll be doing many more of these teams to go. Lots of good games coming up. So please keep checking us. Keep checking us out for that. And we're gonna go ahead and close this cast. Rabbi, any last words while I'm stumbling over my tongue?
Nah, it just felt good to get a legitimate cast back in instead of the drunken, angry rage fest that we do every now and then. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to have a lot more of these coming out to you.
All right, bye.